revenue, like it is what established the the property's worth, the value, and what it can generate, right? You always want to look at what it's currently doing and what it could be doing. Obviously, finding comps will help with the ARV, right? Finding 3 rental comps, so right? Because that's basically what you're basing this revenue off of. Okay, where there's 3 sold comps, hopefully you can do it within a quarter of a mile. The closer you can get to the property, the better. They will take things up to a mile radius, but if you can keep it closer, you can feel more comfortable with your number the closer you are to that property. So if you can't do it in a quarter mile, do a half mile, then 0.75 mile radius, and then actual mile radius. I tend to go through all those stages to get my comps to make sure I'm doing it right. Why some investors do this? Because I think sometimes they just see, and they feel, and they don't get confirmation, right? You should check Zillow, but then you should check, get your agent, right? Agent is the second person you should talk to after the lender. Agent should be able to pull some stuff of like, hey, here's the comps in the area. These are what recently sold. And then you can check Zillow, you can check apartment.com, you can check all the other places that you can check for rents that will help you completely assess the area. This is more work, and I think this is part of the reason why some people don't want to do it. They have it in their head, passive income, right? And so getting more information, more data so that you can get a better answer, some people don't want to necessarily do, right? Skipping this will cost you money, right? Not truly defining what the ARV is, right? And saying, I want to do this fix and flip. I want to be in this area. I know it's going to be nice. But nothing, you saying, I know things can sell for 250 in this area. And that was a year ago. In the last, 6 months, everything's been selling between 235 and 240. Well, then having 250 is just wrong, right? You're living in a world that doesn't exist anymore. If the market shift and people are not just paying that high of rent now, like, then you just have to look at the numbers and take it for what it's giving you and not for what you think it could be, right? We're just looking at, and this is a conservative way of looking at things, and conservative when investing in real estate is sometimes the best way to go because it helps protect you. And then the upside is even that much greater because you were so conservative.